In 1974, a man in Ohio stepped onto an escalator. He did not know it yet, but he was about to change the way we think about salt. To understand why, we first need to talk about the moon. Not the moon itself, that's a different video, but the idea of the moon. Here's what most people get wrong. They think escalators move people. But escalators don't move people. People move themselves, and the escalator agrees. And this is exactly where chess comes in. Before we go further, there are three things you need to understand. The first is elevation. Every escalator has a top and a bottom. This is not an accident. Engineers decided this. And once you know that, you can't unknow it. The second thing is the number 4. We'll come back to the number 4. Okay, now we can begin. In the late 1970s, researchers began noticing something strange in shopping centers. People who used escalators were leaving, and people who did not use escalators were also leaving. Same result, completely different method. This is what scientists call a pattern. Now, a normal person looks at that and sees nothing. But if you flip it around and look at it from the perspective of the escalator, something remarkable happens. Nothing happens, but it happens very quickly. Which brings us back to the moon. The moon is roughly 380,000 kilometers away. That's about 40%. And the reason that matters is that the human brain, and this is the part nobody talks about, the human brain has a top and a bottom, just like an escalator. This is called the Bergstrom threshold. Bergstrom didn't discover it. He was simply the first person to be nearby when it was discovered. But the name stuck, and honestly, at this point it would be confusing to change it. Let's look at the data. On this graph we have time. On this other side we also have time. As you can see, the line is going up, which means it is going down. 4 out of 3 researchers agree. Now here is where it gets interesting, because if the Bergstrom threshold is real, and there's no reason to think it isn't, then escalators aren't transportation at all. They're practice. Think about it. You step on, you wait, you do nothing, while moving forward. Something else is deciding where you end up. That is chess. That is exactly chess. Every single day, millions of people are unknowingly playing the world's slowest game. One move, no opponent, and the board is going upstairs. And this happens roughly 9 times per person per year, or about 3 minutes. But there's a problem, because if escalators make us better at chess, then stairs should make us worse at chess. And they don't. Stairs do nothing. Stairs have never done anything. So either the theory is wrong, or stairs are hiding something. The researchers went with the second one, which explains pigeons. A pigeon, essentially, is a bird that has decided to be a pigeon. And pigeons, this has been documented, do not use escalators. They fly above the escalator, which, if you think about it, is the same thing, but with a worse attitude. And chess pieces are moved by hand, by a hand. Just sit with that for a second. Okay, quick recap. Escalators, the moon, salt, Bergstrom, the number 4. All connected, all pointing to the same conclusion, which is that we have been thinking about this completely backwards for over 50 years. And the man in Ohio? He reached the top, and he stepped off. And according to the people who were there, he did not say anything at all, because he didn't have to. So the next time you're standing on an escalator, going up or going down, it doesn't matter. Just remember the salt.